Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Been a while since I put out a video. Life's been happening around here, but anyway, I'm glad you were here. I want to go over a few things for the upcoming No Name Nationals 2024, September 21st and 22nd. On the 19th is the Cruise In at Lambert's Restaurant there in Sikeston, Missouri. So, some safety stuff to help you guys, the new guys, pass tech is what I wanted to cover in this little video. So bear with me, I'll try and move along real quick and get her done. Okay, like I said, this is just some of the stuff I had to do to pass tech with the old Scamp here. Your car is, most cars are the same, but the rules are on the AHRA webpage, No Name Nationals webpage. John has a list of this stuff there too, I believe. But I'll go over some of the stuff real quick that I had to do to the poor Scamp to get her on the to be safe going down the track past tech. Anyway, one of the quick ones here. If you're running the hood, some of you are, some ain't, but anyway, if you are running the hood, please make sure it's latched securely. You do not want that flying up on the track. That would be not fun. Anyway, some of the quick stuff. Let's see. Oh yeah, radiator, no antifreeze, no chemicals. They prefer you have that drained, just water, distilled water. Anyway, I still yet to do that. I've got to get that done. Overflow tank or catch can. This kit, I got it at O'Reilly's. It's cheap, like 15, 16 bucks, something like that. It's under 20 bucks anyway. Comes with everything you need. So that's a must. Let's see here. Oh, no more than 12 inches of rubber line in the fuel system. That's from the tank to the carburetor, if you're running a carburetor. Now the fuel injection cars, I believe they can get by with a little more than that because they're fuel injected, of course, and more rubber. 2 springs, dual springs on your return, fuel return, like throttle cable, or if you're running linkage, they require 2 springs. Another quick one was no holes in the firewall. Please plug the holes. Because if anything happens up here, catches fire, you're doing 60 plus mile an hour down that track. You don't want flames coming through those holes like a blowtorch burning your legs and your feet, possibly your hands even. So please plug the holes. That's common sense. But anyway, leaks, no leaks. They don't want any leaks of any kind. Oil, gas, water, whatever. I have no leaks. I corrected that last year. I had a bad leak on the transmission that my son Silver helped me. I made a video on that. We cleaned that up and got that stopped. Make sure your brake system is all good and all that's working properly, which this one is. Let's see, I think I covered that. Oh, one thing I don't know if they've covered or not, but it's just my opinion. If you are running a carbureted engine, I would always run an air cleaner. I've seen too many backfires catch fire and burn the hood, or it's not pretty. So, and people are scrambling trying to get the hood open to try and get the fire out. I've burnt my wrists on a car doing that one time. Just one of those things. Plus, I haven't done this yet. I'm planning on doing it next week, but because I'm running a carburetor, I am putting a fire extinguisher in this car. I had one in my Camaro and I let it go with the car, so I'm going to get that problem taken care of. Okay, now let's see. Moving back, they prefer a clean windshield with no major cracks, especially in the driver's area. And another thing I made a note of is your number. When you get there, when you register, you get a number. You're assigned a number. So John will hand you your number. Please put it on the driver's side window. Windows must be up when you go down the track. So our announcer, awesome Ron Ward, up in the control tower, knows who's going down the track in that vehicle and knows all about the vehicle from the information you give him. So he definitely has to be able to see that number clearly. Let's see. This car, with me, I'm not a very, I guess, experienced driver. I've only been down the track in my whole lifetime 5 times. So anyway, I'm new, like a lot of people are. But anyway, so this car ran mid-8s. So therefore, I'm not required to have a roll cage. I believe I got it wrote down on a notepad over there. I believe it's 7 Hang on, let me go check that. Okay, I didn't want to mislead anybody. I got the Deke was saying 735 and quicker requires a roll bar, roll cage, and harness. But I'm just running the lap belts. Because like I said, I'm mid eights, so the car's not that fast. Yeah, I need to clean it. It's dirty. I've been to a bunch of car shows, so I've been in and out of it. It's got 276 rear end gears with these tall tires, so it's a street car. I drive the crap out of this poor thing. I love driving it. But on the highway, I made a video of that. It's 70 mile an hour. On the interstate, I was only tacking, I think, 2100 or 2000 RPM, so it's a cruiser, not a quick car. Anyway, and then the neutral safety switch is required. Well, they call it a neutral safety switch. On this one, I call it a park only start switch. So the way I've wired this one up, I made a video on that. You can check my channel. This vehicle will only start when the shift knob or shifter is in park position. Anything other than that, this is even neutral, this car will not start. There's no power to anything. So I just want to point that out. That is a requirement. And also, because I am running these big Mickey Thompsons, you do have to have a drive shaft loop if you are running any kind of street slick or slick, any kind of race tire basically. And that's another thing I wanted to point out. Make sure your tires are good. These are brand new, but no, the last ones were dry checked, so I put these on right before last year. So check your tires, make sure they're good. And then the wheel, the lug studs. This one has a narrowed 8 3/4 rear end with strange axles with the extended studs. So, and I have the open lugs. Now these aren't, Deke said these aren't required to have open lugs, but if they're not open, he might undo one of them or a couple to make sure there's enough thread interaction with the nut on your car. And I do have the steel valve stems. They're not. I'm slow. I don't really need those, but they came with the car or with the rims, so why not? It says here that if you're 740 or quicker, or 100 mile an hour or faster in the 8, then they ask you to put in the steel. And John says if you're running a tube, please put in the rim screws so he doesn't spin the wheel and pop a valve stem, cause an accident. So that's just a couple things I wanted to hit on. Yeah, that was the other thing too. Remember, you're going to have your window up. All the windows up on when you go down the track. So if you're running air conditioning, please turn your air conditioner off before you get into staging lanes, because the condensation will drip water, and they don't want water dripping on the track. So just another little thing. And helmets. As far as helmets, I believe it was a 765 and slower. You can run a DOT style like motorcycle helmet. If you're a 764 and quicker, then you're going to have a Snail 2015 or newer race helmet. So, and then on the belts too, if you're running a cage with a harness, I can't remember the name of them, but anyway, those have to be certified with the date on them, and I think they're only a 5-year expiration date on those. Maybe I might be wrong. You have to check. But oh yeah, I mentioned these are some of the guys that are going to be there. Go check out their channels and see what they're bringing. Here's some more. I got their stickers. Everybody hands out stickers. I haven't got any this year yet, darn it. But I will be handing some out next year. But yeah, these guys are awesome. Anyway, let me show you here some other modifications I've had to do. Hold on. Okay, I got my heavy trunk lid up. Anyway, I do have a fuel cell mounted in the back, in the trunk. So therefore, one of the requirements was either a rollover valve, which they're expensive in my opinion, but anyway, or run the 3 loops through a braided steel line for a vent. That's what I've done. The battery box, okay, I mounted that in the trunk, 3/8 rod, that's what Deke required. This is a metal strap going across here. The box itself is bolted to the floor. This is not going anywhere. And I've plugged all these with, it's got a rubber seal in there, so I've had to vent the battery. And because that's mounted there, I've got my kill switch mounted out here, and I've got it labeled to which way there is on, so you know that way's off. Anybody can walk up to the car and turn that off. They know which way to turn it. Seconds can mean a life or death, right? So anyway, oh yeah, real quick, because this is in the trunk, it's hard to see because it's shiny, but I mounted a bulkhead piece of aluminum up in there. So that was a requirement. It's all sealed. So if any gas or, God forbid, I'm in a wreck or accident, battery acid, the gasoline, anything back here will not come through the passenger side of the vehicle. The passenger compartment, excuse me. That was one of the requirements too. If you're running a battery and a fuel cell in the trunk, either or. I think that was pretty much it for this car. Other than, like I said, oh, the drive shaft loop. I don't know if I mentioned that. You have to have a drive shaft loop if you're running any kind of, I think I did mention that. Okay, my memory's not as good as it used to be. Bear with me. Okay, note to self, turn off the air compressor bleeder when you're making a video. Anyway, I just touching on a few things that I can remember that I had to do to the Scamp to get it down the track. So, and for the new people coming, if you make your 500 subscribers to get to be a participant, to get your number on the door or your window, camping is available there at the track, so you can camp next to your car or in your car. It doesn't matter. Just letting you know. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff going along with this. Like I said, AHRA rules. Like a lot of guys are a lot faster than me. They're down in the 4s and 5s, 6s. So check out the AHRA rule book. And Dallas Brown is the president of that, so he'll help you with any of your questions. I'm sure you can connect with him on that webpage. But all the rules are there, so give that a look. And Mr. John Wilburn has put up the No Name Nationals webpage and YouTube. You can check it on YouTube, I believe. It'll take you to it. It's on some town square, I think it is, or anyway, go check that out. The rules are there. If you're bringing a monkey bike, which is a mini bike, there's a whole bunch of rules on that one too. Not bad, just a few guidelines. They don't want anybody getting crazy, but yeah. Anyway, hope to see you all there. And check out my my YouTube channel for some of the videos of how putting in the drive shaft loop. I made a video of that, the fuel cell, the battery box, a few odds and ends things here and there. But like I said, catch y'all later. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. See you next time. Bye-bye.